Hey guys, this is LT Sports. We are back for Week 8 games. We do not have Zach this week. He could unfortunately not make it, but I do have Tandem with me.
Yeah, it's just going to be me and Landon for this episode. Hopefully Zach will come back next week.
Yes, but it should be fun either way, so let's just hop right into it.
Right, let's hop in. Ravens beating the Buccaneers 27-22.
Yeah, the Ravens are really impressing me. They're one of the best teams in the AFC, and I love the way they're playing football.
Oh, yeah, I love Lamar Jackson. I think he's playing great football, and he's super fun to watch, and he just has crazy talent.
Yeah, he's a generational talent. Like, he's one of the guys that you're not going to find. He's once in a blue moon. He's one of those players that you're not going to get very often.
He's just another Michael Vick.
Yeah, he is. He's might be better than Michael Vick.
He might
to be honest. I mean,
that's hard to beat, though.
Yeah, it is.
Michael Vick was good.
Michael Vick was that
especially
dude,
in his college days.
Oh, at Tech. Oh, he was crazy.
But Lamar Jackson, he had 240 yards against the Buccaneers and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's playing great football. And the way that the Ravens are implementing running the football, especially when they were letting multiple guys run the ball.
Oh, yeah, Isaiah Likely. He had the best receiving stats this game, too. Their receiving core is just great. He had 6 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, they were just hitting on all cylinders, and they just came out the Buccaneers. But the Buccaneers, man, they are struggling bad. I don't know what's going on with Tom.
They seriously might not make the playoffs.
Dude, the way they're playing, I don't think they will.
Right.
This is the first time in Tom Brady's whole entire career that he has been 2 games below 500. Tom is not used to losing like this, man.
See, I don't think Tom is playing terrible football.
No.
I just don't think he has any help. Especially the run game. It is struggling.
I mean, yeah. If the run game isn't working and the defense isn't getting stops like it's supposed to, then Tom's going to struggle because in Tom Brady's career, he's had good defenses.
Oh, he's
been able to run the football.
Definitely.
I mean, he had 330 yards and a touchdown, and Mike Evans had 6 receptions and 125 yards, and they lost.
Yeah, Mike Evans, he's definitely the main target for Tom Brady this year.
He's one of the only guys that Tom Brady is really looking at, man.
Right, but the defense has been letting Tom down these last couple weeks.
Just if Tom Brady's defense is not getting together and that offense, if they can't get it clicking, then they're not going to win games.
Definitely.
Next, we have the Broncos beating the Jaguars in London.
They are both terrible, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, they're both not good at all.
Yeah, the Broncos, they're just not good. They played a bad team, like the Jags. Even though they won, I think Russell Wilson is playing terrible.
Yeah.
He did have 250 yards, a touchdown, plus a pick.
I just don't like Russell Wilson this year. I don't think he's playing good.
Yeah, me neither.
The only way that they won this game, really, in my opinion, was they ran the football.
Oh, yeah. Latavius Murray had 14 carries, only 50 yards.
And a touchdown.
Yeah.
And Melvin Gordon also had 30 yards and a touchdown. But 2 of those scores are running the ball. You know, Russell Wilson isn't throwing it. He threw 1, but he also did have a turnover.
Yeah, I think the Broncos got to stick on the ground this year.
I really do.
Yeah, the Broncos receiving core, they didn't play bad, but I still like to watch them stay on the ground.
Me too, especially Russell Wilson is not playing his best football. If they don't have the ball in his hands, I think they're a lot better.
Right. Jerry Jeudy had 6 receptions for 70 yards and a touchdown.
I do like Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah,
Jerry Jeudy, I think,
is
his best target, but I still think they need to run the ball.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. The Jaguars just aren't that good. They really let me down.
They are.
Every single year, I think they're going to be good or decent, and they just fail at that.
I just think Trevor Lawrence is starting to go up and up, but he just keeps falling back down.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
I'd love to watch him play good football.
Me too. I loved him in college, like I've said.
Right.
I think he's a great guy. He's good. I think he's great. But he did throw 2 interceptions, and when you're throwing 2 interceptions, it's hard to win a football game.
Oh, yeah.
Travis Etienne, on the other hand.
He's one of the best youngest running back in the NFL.
Yes.
He's super explosive, and he makes big plays.
I mean, he had 25 carries, 160 yards, and a touchdown, and they still lost, which sucks for him.
It does.
But Trevor Lawrence, like I said, gave up 2 turnovers, and you just can't win with 2 turnovers.
Right. Dolphins beating the Lions. Great game by 2 pretty good offenses.
The Dolphins, I think they're one of the best teams in the NFL. I really do.
Yeah.
Tua, when he is healthy, the Dolphins are unstoppable in my opinion.
Yeah.
They cannot win without Tua, and I don't care what anybody says. Tua is good.
I think you're just saying that because that's your favorite team.
No. Look, he missed 3 games, and they lost all 3 of those games. He got hurt in one of them, and they lost. And the other 2 he did not play in. They lost. Every single game that he has been in and healthy, they have won. I mean, look at his stat line. 380 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Right. I'm not trying to hate on Tua, but Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle is stepping up.
I mean,
Tyreek Hill had 12 receptions and 200 yards. Jalen Waddle had 8 receptions and 106 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, when they're putting up stats like that, I mean, Tua's just, he's got it.
Yeah. Now, they'd be blowing these teams out if they had a better defense. Their defense is struggling.
Yeah,
lately.
I've always liked the Dolphins' defense. I think they've been a top 10 defense the last couple of years. But this year, the defense is not getting it done like I want them to. But they did win.
They did. Just like the Lions, they're not playing that good. They did play all right this game, but I think they're better than their record.
I do too. I think they're a lot better than their record. I really like them when I watch their Hard Knocks. I think they're good. I like their coach. And I don't think Jared Goff is a bad quarterback either.
No, he had 320 yards and a touchdown.
I think he's good. And, Jamal Williams, I think he's legit. I think he is the Lions' best player on the offense. When DeAndre Swift is healthy, I think he is the best. But until he is, 100% again, I think that Jamal Williams is better. He had 10 carries, 55 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And that receiving core, I really like him too. TJ Hawkinson just got traded to the Vikings,
He did.
I saw.
Speaking of the Vikings are turning up this year.
Dude, the Vikings are good. And they got TJ Hawkinson now. They're going to be legit.
Yeah.
TJ Hawkinson, had 3 receptions and 80 yards. Khalif Raymond had 3 receptions, 80 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 7 receptions, 69 yards.
Hey.
DeAndre Swift had 5 receptions, 27 yards, and a touchdown. Glad to see he's back healthy.
Yeah.
Really need to get him to 100%.
But the Lions defense, that's what's making them lose games. They're giving up too many points.
Yeah, I really like the Lions, but they're not going to win games if their defense is doing that. Next, we have the Falcons beating the Panthers in overtime.
Oh, both those teams are not good.
But
37-30.
Yeah, that was a high-scoring ball game.
It was.
I don't know if y'all watched it, but PJ Walker had an absolute great throw to DJ Moore to tie the game, and all they had to do was kick an extra point to win the ball game.
Yeah.
And DJ Moore caught the touchdown, got an excessive celebration penalty.
He did.
Backed up the extra point, and they missed the extra point, ended up losing in overtime.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things, man.
Marcus Mariota, he played all right, but he had way too many turnovers, in my opinion. He had 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
But he did have 3 touchdowns and 255 yards.
But like we've said, but in this case, they did win. But it was close. It would have not been that close if he did not turn the ball over twice.
Right. Caleb Huntley, he had a good game on the ground. 16 carries and almost 100 yards.
Yeah, I really like Caleb Huntley. Watching him this week, I thought he was great.
But
that Falcons receiving core.
Kyle Pitts. He had 5 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, Damiere Boyd had 3 receptions, 67 yards, and a touchdown. And Tyler Aguilar had 3 receptions, 46 yards, and a touchdown. Marcus Mariota got the ball to his receivers, but once again, made too many turnovers, and they lost.
No, they somehow pulled it off.
Oh, I forgot they won.
In overtime.
I forgot they won.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just used to saying the Falcons are going to lose.
Right, but the Panthers are worse.
Yeah, the Panthers are worse. But I really do like P.J. Walker. I think he needs to be the starter for the Panthers. I think he's better than Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
If you watch the game, 317 yards, a touchdown and interception, had a great throw. One of the best throws I've ever seen for the last play to DJ Moore.
Oh, yeah.
The game.
The Panthers played a pretty good game. In my opinion, I thought they should have won.
Yeah, I did too.
But that costly penalty.
Yeah,
that really got them.
That's how it's football's like that sometimes, man.
It is.
You can play great and still lose, and it sucks.
Yeah.
But Dante Freeman had the game of his career and one of the best performances this week. He had 26 carries, 120 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Right.
And they still lost, man.
DJ Moore had a huge catch at the end of the game, but they still fell short. He caused a penalty, which made him back up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But he had a phenomenal game outside of
He
that.
did.
6 receptions, 150 yards and a touchdown.
But,
And
yeah.
the defense
The defense let him down this game, definitely.
and the penalty is
Yeah.
basically what lost them that game.
Yeah.
Next, we have the Vikings beating the Cardinals 34-26.
I think the Vikings are on the come up, low key.
I think they're great. Vikings are definitely one of the best teams in the NFL. They just keep winning games.
Right.
And
yeah.
You go ahead. You take it.
Kirk Cousins, he's been playing great football. This is one of the best seasons he's had in a while.
Oh, I agree.
This game, he had 232 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he also ran for 1 touchdown.
This is definitely one of the best seasons Kirk Cousins has had.
Oh,
I've been a doubter of Kirk Cousins. I think he makes way too much money for what he's been doing. But when he's winning games like this and he's playing like this, I don't see any reason why not to pay him all that money.
Right.
But the running game, Dalvin Cook, great running back, one of the best in the league.
Oh, yeah.
20 carries, 111 yards, and a touchdown to go along with their backup, Alexander Madison, who had 5 carries, 40 yards, and a touchdown.
I like watching Dalvin Cook play. He's very explosive.
He's so explosive.
He's fast, and he knows where to cut. you know?
He's so good about making that extra move to get into space.
Yeah, he knows good decisions.
And they have another superstar in Justin Jefferson. He is super fun to watch.
He is easily the youngest but best receiver in the NFL, in my opinion.
Oh, yes, no doubt. Him and Jamar Chase battled out, but I think
Yeah.
he's better than Jamar Chase. I really
He
do.
might be. But the defense, they played pretty well. They caused 3 turnovers and 4 sacks.
Yeah, I mean, the Vikings are good this year, man. They really are. Zadarius Smith had 3 of the 4 sacks. That's a great game for him.
Right.
But the Cardinals, I don't think they played bad this game. I just think the Vikings are just a better team, and they definitely just showed it.
Right. Kyler Murray, I don't really like him very much. I think he's just way too inconsistent.
I do too.
Sometimes he can be on fire or he's bad.
Yeah.
Or both at the
There's
same
no in
time.
between.
He had almost 330 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions.
Like we've said, 2 turnovers, they lost the ball game. That's a good stat line outside of those 2 turnovers. If he doesn't throw those 2 turnovers, you don't know what happens. I mean, D-Hop having him back. 12 receptions, 160 yards, and a touchdown. He made a great one-handed touchdown grab. That was amazing to watch.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's incredible.
More. He had 7 receptions, 100 yards, and a touchdown to go along with Zach Ertz. 4 catches, 35 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
When you have a stat line like that with your receivers, I think you're going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
But they always somehow fall short, and I think it's the defense.
It's the defense and the turnovers.
Definitely.
Because when you're turning the ball over, you're making your defense good on the field. And if
Right.
your defense is not that good,
then
it hurts you.
Oh, definitely. I don't know about this one. The Cowboys beating the Bears by a pretty long shot. I thought the Bears were going to be pretty good,
Yeah.
but the Cowboys, they're coming up.
Dude, the Cowboys are insane. They put up 49 points. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott had 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. That's not the best stat line, but that running game, man.
I think the running game really is what let them win this game. Tony Pollard had 14 carries, 130 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Dak Prescott, he's back. He had 5 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown.
I mean, Tony Pollard is no doubt running back 1. He is better than Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah,
they
but-
need to give him the football.
Primetime Zeke, he was dirty.
Zeke in his rookie year was amazing.
He was.
But if Tony Pollard is running the football like this, you
There's
got to
no-
give him the rock.
Yeah, there's no need for
To go along with the passing game, though, for the Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb. I loved watching him play.
He's
whenever he was
great.
in college.
Yeah, at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, he was explosive.
5 catches, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, and Dalton Schultz had 6 receptions and 74 yards. Just a good game all around from the Cowboys. They just came out there and they whooped them.
It just wasn't the best game for the Bears, in my opinion.
I think their offense played great, but their defense played terrible. I mean, they gave up 49 points, and I think Justin Fields would be a great quarterback if he played for a better team. The
Right.
Bears are wasting his talent.
Definitely. He had 151 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I mean, to go along with 8 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown.
Oh, Khalil Herbert, he's been playing great recently. He had 60 carries, 100 yards, and a touchdown.
And, that's a great – I mean, putting up 29 points will usually win you a game.
Oh, it will.
But when your defense is giving up almost 50 points, you're not going to win.
Right. Along with Raiders defense not showing up at all, the Saints with a big shutout against them.
Yeah, the Saints defense showed up to play.
Oh, Raiders did not. 24-0.
Yeah, the Saints are good in my opinion. Most of their losses are by less than 5 points, and I think they put up a good amount of points every game. I think they're very good.
Yeah,
I just think that they're falling short.
I think Andy Dalton is pretty good.
Yeah, I do too.
Second string because Jameis Winston, that injury, and Andy Dalton's is playing all right.
Yeah, I mean he had 230 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's just holding down the fort until Jameis is healthy again, and he's doing a good job at it.
Right.
But when they're giving the ball to their playmakers like Alvin Kamara, who had 18 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown, and Taysom Hill, who had 10 carries and 61 yards, to go along in the passing game, Alvin Kamara had 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Chris Olave had 5 receptions and 52 yards. When they're giving the balls to the players like that, I don't think they can lose.
Yeah, when they scatter the ball around like that, I think they're on top.
Yeah, me too.
And their defense was on top this game. They had great pressure. They had 1 interception and 5 sacks.
Yeah, 5 sacks is going to win you a ball game. That changes the whole entire game.
Yeah, I just don't think the Raiders' O-line is good at all.
No, they're not playing good offensively or defensively. Derek Carr is playing terrible football. I thought he was a solid quarterback, but he is not.
Yeah.
100 yards, a touchdown, and an interception.
Right. Raiders had 3 people with negative rushing yards.
Yeah, Raiders
just played terrible.
Yeah, they just played awful.
Eagles beating the Steelers. That was definitely expected for the Eagles. They're great, obviously, but the Steelers, they're bad.
Yeah, the Steelers are terrible. But the Eagles, man, they're Super Bowl contenders. They're still undefeated. And looking at their schedule, I think they actually have a genuine shot at going undefeated.
Oh, definitely. With Jalen Hurts playing quarterback, he's playing amazing. He's definitely an MVP candidate.
Oh, 100%.
Almost 300 yards and 4 touchdowns.
I mean, A.J. Brown had the best wide receiver game, in my opinion, so far this season.
Oh, definitely.
6 receptions, 156 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And when they're doing that on the offensive side of the ball, I think their defense is great. I think they're a top 5 defense.
Oh, yeah. When they flip sides to defense, that defense is right behind the offense.
I mean, but man, the Steelers, they're terrible.
Yeah, they have a bad everything. Bad quarterback, bad O-line, and a bad receiving core.
The only thing they really got going for them is their defense. I think they have a good defense. But Kenny Pickett is a bust.
Yeah, he's terrible.
I don't care what anybody says. He's terrible.
He's done an interception in every game he's played.
Yeah, he's awful. I don't like him. I mean, people are saying, oh, yeah, he doesn't have weapons. He doesn't have anybody. No, he's bad.
Yeah, if the Steelers had a better quarterback, I feel like they'd step it up just a little bit.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, they're just not playing good. Bad offense and a decent defense.
Jets, they're not playing good. They lost to the Patriots 22-17. It was a good game, though.
Yeah.
Patriots did come out with the win, but I still think Zach should have been the starter.
I do too. Mac Jones is just not getting it done.
Right.
He had 195 yards, a touchdown, and interception, but I just don't think that he should be the quarterback 1.
Oh, yeah. Offensively, their rushing core is pretty good. They have Stevenson with 16 carries, 71 yards, and Damian Harris with 11 carries and 40 yards.
Yeah, I like both of those guys.
I do too.
I think they're both really good. And Stevenson also had 70 yards and 7 catches in the pass game to go along with Jacoby Myers, who had 9 receptions, 60 yards, and a touchdown. I think the Patriots would just be better if they had Zach being quarterback.
Yeah, the Jets, they've played good this season, but they're not good enough to win games, you know?
Yeah.
They've won a few here and there, but they're just not blowing none out. Let's talk about Zach Wilson, though.
Yeah, Zach Wilson, I don't think he's good. 3 interceptions, like we've said. I mean, he put up 350 yards and 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
You just can't.
The receiving core had a great game, though.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson with 6 receptions, 120 yards. Tyler Conklin with 6 receptions, 80 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Denzel Mims with 2 receptions, 78 yards.
Yeah, two receptions, 76 yards. That's crazy. He's averaging almost 35 yards a catch.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. But the Jets defense, they didn't play bad, but they still lost.
Yeah.
Next, we have the Titans beating the Texans 17-10.
That was a boring game to watch. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
I mean, Malik Willis did not throw the ball a lot, and when he did, it was not impressive. He had to start due to the Tannehill injury.
Right.
And,
He only had 55 yards and 1 interception.
yeah.
No touchdowns.
I mean, they don't really have to do that when they're giving the ball to Derrick Henry like they are.
Just like we said in the past, Derrick Henry, when he's healthy and when he's on go, he's going to win the Titans game.
Yeah, they're not going to lose. 32 carries, 220 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Have you seen Derrick Henry
Yes.
next to people?
Yeah.
He is a monster.
He's huge.
He is huge.
He is ginormous. He will stiff arm you into the dirt, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, to go along with Derrick Henry, the other running back, Dontrell Hilliard, had a good game too. He had 8 carries and 100 yards.
Yeah, that's almost 300 yards on the ground, man. That's insane.
Oh, yeah. The defense, they played great, forcing 2 turnovers and 3 sacks.
Yeah, I mean, the Texans are just bad, man. They have a bad quarterback. They have a bad offensive line, bad receivers, and a bad defense. I think the only player they really got is Damian Pierce. He had 15 carries, 35 yards, and 15 yards and 3 catches and a touchdown.
Yeah.
But if they do not get the quarterback position fixed, Davis Mills cannot be the Texans QB1.
Oh, definitely not. He had only 152 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception.
Yeah, I don't think he's very good.
No.
Next, we have the Seahawks beating the Giants 27-13.
I think the Seahawks are becoming really good.
I think
they're legit.
Yeah, I think they're definitely one of the best teams in the NFC.
Yeah.
Geno Smith is the franchise QB for the Seahawks. He has played absolutely incredible this season.
Yeah. It surprised me. Russell Wilson leaving the Seattle.
Me too.
And Geno Smith coming right up.
And he stepped up.
He did.
He had 215 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Kenneth Walker III, I think he's one of the best rookies in the NFL. He's played great this season.
Oh, yeah.
18 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown. That combination, I don't think is going to lose them a lot of games.
Right. To go along with Seattle's receiving core, they played good too. Tyler Lockett had 5 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown, with DK Metcalf 6 receptions, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, when the offense is playing like that, it's very hard for them to lose games.
Oh, yeah.
They played great defense versus a good team offensively. Like we've said, the Giants are good this year. I think they are good.
They just didn't play to their full potential this game.
No, they did not.
They're still one of the best teams in the NFL, I think.
Yeah, I do too. The only thing holding them back is their quarterback. Daniel Jones, I don't think he's very good. He only had 175 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He's just not moving the ball like I want him to.
Right, but Saquon Barkley, he had an all right game. Definitely need more out of him to win.
Yeah.
Though. He had 20 carries, 55 yards, but a touchdown. Yeah.
If the Giants want to be really good, they have to give him the football a lot.
Yeah, they got to step up their offense and defense to win games.
Yeah, just they did not click on those sides of this game.
No. Neither of these teams, Commanders or the Colts, really locked in this game. It was a close one. Closest one by far.
17-16. That is a 1-point game. That's very close.
Tyler Heinicke, man, he's definitely their QB1.
Yeah,
he's been winning games since he's been in.
Yeah, I think he's better than Carson Wentz.
Oh, definitely.
280 yards, a touchdown, interception. Also had 30 yards and a touchdown running the ball.
Oh,
I think.
Plus, their receiving core, man, with Tyler McLaurin.
Yeah,
Scary Terry.
Yeah, 6 receptions, 115 yards. Antonio Gibson had 7 receptions, 60 yards, and a touchdown. And Curtis Samuel had 3 receptions and 50 yards. I think the Commanders have good weapons offensively. The quarterback situation is iffy. Right, I don't think Taylor Heinicke is a great quarterback, but I think he is.
He's doing enough to let him win.
Yeah, though. I think he should definitely still be QB1 there.
Yeah, their defense played good too.
Yeah, they did. But the Colts are just really bad, man. I don't know why. I think they have a good roster. They're just not getting it done. Sam Ehlinger had to start due to the Matt Ryan injury, and he played all right, but
they still lost.
Yeah, they still lost.
He didn't do awful though. He had 0 interceptions, but he only had 201 yards. No touchdowns.
Yeah, and Jonathan Taylor has not been playing great this season. He had an MVP caliber season last year, but he's just not playing amazing football. He did have 16 carries, 75 yards, but the backup, Nyheim Hines, had 5 carries, 20 yards, and a touchdown. I just don't think that the Colts are playing very good football right now.
Right. The Rams losing to the 49ers, they're not playing good football at all. And that's crazy to me because the Rams won the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, they won the Super Bowl last year, and they're terrible. But the
are.
49ers, man.
They're legit. They have CMC, Debo Samuels, Kettle, and Bosa.
Yeah, all of those guys are big names.
They're just superstars.
Yeah, they're great. And Jimmy Garoppolo, I think he's been locking down the fort great. I think he's a good quarterback in the NFL, and I think he is no doubt the best quarterback on the 49ers.
Oh, yeah.
235 yards and 2 touchdowns. I think he's great.
Listen to this. Christian McCaffrey. He scored a passing, rushing, and receiving touchdown this game.
That's crazy.
Passing, he had 34 yards, 1 touchdown. Rushing, 18 carries, 100 yards, 1 touchdown. And receiving, 8 receptions, 55 yards, and 1 touchdown.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty good. This is starting to sound like Taysom Hill.
Yeah, he can play everywhere.
He can.
The 49ers, George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk also caught a touchdown. And to go along with that defense, one of the best defenses in the NFL, I think the 49ers are one of the best teams in the NFL, no doubt.
Yeah,
they're great.
They've been playing amazing. But the Rams, they're just not good. They're not playing terrible football, but they're playing bad. They're not winning any games.
And like you said, I don't really understand because they won the Super Bowl last year.
And they really didn't lose anybody except for Von Miller going to the Bills.
But they gained Bobby Wagner.
Exactly.
So I don't understand why they're so bad.
Me neither.
I mean, Matthew Stafford is not clicking.
He's not playing his normal self.
No. He only had 190 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
He's just not playing good.
Cooper Kupp, he's still up there. I think he's still pretty good. I think he's one of the best receivers.
I definitely still think that he is one of, if not the best receiver in the National Football League.
Yeah.
I mean, he is the way he gets the ball and he makes a move. I mean, he's great. He's averaging a touchdown a game. He's great.
Yeah, but there's not as much hype for Cooper Kupp as there was last year.
No.
Yeah, but the Rams defense, they just play terrible against the 49ers. Great offense.
Yeah, when they have an offense like that, then there's no doubt about it that the 49ers, man, I can't get over it. The moves they've made, they're great.
Yeah. Bills beating the Packers. Bills they're good. That was a good game all around.
Yeah, the Bills are great.
They're definitely one of the best teams in the NFL, no doubt, with Josh Allen being one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But he did struggle this game. 220 yards, 2 touchdowns with 2 picks.
Yeah, that is definitely not the best game he's played, but still good enough to win the game. Stephon Diggs is easily still a top 5 receiver. 6 receptions, 108 yards.
Oh, yeah.
And a touchdown.
Yeah, the Bills' defense, they played good. You know, having good both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, that's going to win you games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Tremaine Edmonds had 13 tackles.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
When they have a player making 13 tackles, they're not going to lose much ball games.
Right. The Packers, they're still struggling hard though. Aaron Rodgers, he's not playing great football. He probably got off the drugs.
He stopped taking the psychedelics, and now he's mortal again.
Yeah, he has no help from his receivers though either. He had 203 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Aaron Jones, on the other hand, he had a great game on the ground. He had 20 carries, 150 yards.
Yeah, the Packers, I think they should be better than what they are. I thought Aaron Rodgers was a superstar quarterback, but until he hops back on the Yerks, man, he's not going to be much better.
This one was definitely unexpected.
Me too.
Browns beating the Bengals. 32-13.
That was a butt whooping, man.
Oh, it was.
The Browns, I don't think they're bad in my opinion. I think they have a great offense outside of Jacoby Brissett.
He played decent this game. He had almost 300 yards passing and a touchdown, and he had 12 yards rushing with a touchdown.
Yes, I don't think he is bad, but when Deshaun Watson gets back, I think they're really going to take off.
Yeah, Nick Chubb, he's still one of the best running backs in the NFL.
I think he is no doubt the number 1 running back in the NFL.
Yeah, he's just so shifty. But I think Derrick Henry's right above him if you're going to put him at number 1.
I don't. I think Nick Chubb is that dude. He will run past you. He will run right over you.
See, Derrick Henry does all that. He punches you right in the face, and he don't care.
Hey, check the stats, man.
hey, okay.
23 carries, 100 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Great. He played great.
Mark Cooper, he had a great game too. He had 5 receptions, 131 yards, and a touchdown. To go along with the defense, shutting down Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
Yeah.
The Bengals, they're just very inconsistent this year.
Yeah,
I thought Joe Burrow was going to be an MVP candidate at the beginning of the year, but he's been struggling without Jamar Chase.
He really has been.
Yeah, he had 232 yards, though, 2 touchdowns, with one pick. And with Jamar Chase out, bro, T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd both caught a touchdown. But that's just not going to win them games.
No.
They got to step it up.
Maybe Jamar Chase is one of the biggest factors that makes Joe Burrow how good he is. I mean, if you look at the stat line, every game that Joe Burrow plays amazing in, Jamar Chase also plays amazing in.
He does.
So maybe without him, it's a little harder to win.
And the biggest thing in the NFL is team's defense.
Yeah.
The Bengals defense played awful.
If you have a good defense, you'll be good all around.
Right.
Next, that is all the games we have.
Yeah.
Now we are going to hop in for our Week 9 predictions. First game, we have the Eagles versus the Texans.
All right, I'm going to go Eagles, obviously. They're undefeated. They're just a great team, and the Texans are not good at all.
Yeah, I'm also going to go the Eagles. I think they are no doubt one of the best teams in the NFL.
Right.
And Zach also sent me his picks earlier. He picked the Eagles.
Right. What about Colts versus Patriots? What do you think?
Colts versus the Patriots. I'm going to go the Patriots. I don't think the Colts are very good.
Right.
I don't think the Patriots are amazing either, but I think they're better.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Colts on this one. Even though they did lose a tight game, I think they might try something new this week.
Okay, Zach sent me his pick, and it was the Patriots.
Right. What about Packers versus Lions? I'm gonna go the Lions.
I'm also going to go with the Lions because I think the Lions are not bad, and the Packers have not been playing the best football. So I'm going to also go the Lions. Zach sent me his pick, and he is going the Packers.
The Packers. Okay. Let's Chargers versus the Falcons. What do you think?
Chargers, no doubt. I think they're a way better team than the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Chargers because the Falcons, they're just not good, in my opinion.
I don't think they are either. Zach sent me his pick. He also said the Chargers.
Yeah, Bills versus the Jets. Obviously going Bills. They're one of the best teams in the NFL. Jets, they're not getting it done.
Yes, I'm also going to go the Bills. I think the Jets are better than they usually are, but the Bills are just a powerhouse. They're so much better.
Yeah.
Zach sent me his pick, and he went to Jets.
Did he really?
Yeah, the Jets, they're not bad this year, so maybe.
You never know with the NFL.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Week 8.
Yeah.
What Browns beating
the Bengals.
Yeah.
NFL's one of those sports that anybody can beat anybody.
Right. Now, Vikings versus the Commanders. I'm going to go Vikings. They're definitely on the come up. They're going to make good playoff runs.
Yeah, I think also the Vikings. Zach sent me his pick, and he also said the Vikings.
Got you. Panthers versus Bengals. I'm going to go Bengals, even though they did lose a big game versus the Browns.
Yeah, I'm also going to go the Bengals.
Hopefully that'll knock some sense into Joe Burrow.
Yes. I think Joe Burrow is way better than the Panthers.
I think he can really read their defense well.
Yes.
Because the Panthers' defense is just not good.
No, I don't think the Panthers are good all around. Zach sent me his pick, and he picked the Panthers.
Really?
Yes.
What about Raiders versus the Jaguars? Those are two not good teams at all.
No.
I'm probably going to go Raiders, though, because Trevor Lawrence, he's just not getting anything done.
Yeah, he's not playing the best.
Plus, he has no weapons.
I am personally going to go the Jaguars.
All right.
I don't think either team are good. I think the Raiders are a better team, but I think the Jaguars are going to get it done.
Yeah.
Zach sent me his pick, and it was the Raiders as well.
Got you. Now, your favorite team, Dolphins versus the Bears.
I think the Dolphins, no doubt. The Dolphins are way better.
Yeah, in my opinion, Dolphins are so good. Bringing Tua back after that big injury.
Yeah. With Tua there, I think the Dolphins are one of the best teams in the NFL, no doubt. Zach sent me his pick. It was also the Dolphins.
Seattle versus the Cardinals, the two birds going against each other, and I think Seattle will pull this one. Because
I also think the Seahawks are
the way Geno Smith, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, the way they're playing right now, I think they're going to be good. I think they're going to blow them out this game, honestly.
I think they have a good shot to blow them out as well. Zach sent me his pick, and he is picking the Seahawks as well.
All right. Now, the Rams versus Buccaneers.
Both of the teams have not
they're struggling
this year.
They're struggling this year, both of them. Tom Brady, he's normally the GOAT. He's been failing, and the Rams winning the Super Bowl. It's a tough one.
I don't know who to go, man.
I might go the Rams on this one.
I think I'm going to also go the Rams. I think the Rams are playing better football than the Buccaneers are, even though they're both not playing good.
Yeah.
I think they're playing better. Zach picked the Buccaneers.
Did he? All right. Titans versus the Chiefs. I'm going to go, that's a tough one. With Derrick Henry moving as he is, that's tough. But Patrick Mahomes
and the Chiefs,
yeah,
they're hard to go against.
They are. I think I'm going to go Chiefs on this one.
I'm also going to go the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think they're just a lot better. Zach is also going the Chiefs.
Now, last one of week 9, we got the Ravens versus Saints.
Ooh.
That's a tough one. I might go the Saints on this one.
I'm also going to go the Saints. I really like the Saints. They blew out the Raiders last week, 24-0.
Yeah.
I think they're a lot better.
Right.
Zach is going Ravens. And I think that is all we have time for this week.
Right.
Thank you guys for watching. We will be back next week. And go follow our Instagram at LT Sports, and we will see you guys next week.
See ya.